good afternoon. We had a good work day, everyone. We certainly had a good work day. Friends, our work's not over. We got to come home and, well, friends, I finally got the right parts for the machine here. This is the GOTTLIEB, friends. This is the Genesis. Oh, friends, I'm sorry. Let me get my shades on. I must be in character, everyone. Oh. Hold on, friends. Safety first. Safety sneaking first. Hold on now. Hey, y'all, hush it up in there. Hush it down. Good grief, everybody. I got Meemaw's dog barking. I got the children doing all the ruckus. Friends, check it out. This is the GOTTLIEB. This is the Genesis, friends. Friends, I paid $1,000 for this fine piece of equipment. But the folks kind of... Well, friends, they lied to me. They told me it worked and everything was good to go. Hold on, friends. Hey, I'm trying to do it. Hey. Listen. Okay. Oh my goodness, friends. Friends, the fun of games never end for your Sergeant Major. If I'm not tracking down cows that got loose, cleaning up headstones, I gotta deal with mother-in-laws and yippy yappy dogs, friends. I mean, give me a sneaking break. But friends, this is the Genesis. Oh, friends, go ahead. Friends, we can go ahead and downgrade. We don't need to wear the construction helmet. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Friends, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna wear the staff sergeant rank. The staff sergeant, son Booney cap, friends. Friends, you must be a staff sergeant before you become a sergeant first class. And I most certainly was, everybody. I tell you. The funnest rank was the E5. The buck sergeant was always the best. But I don't know. I had a lot of fun as the squad leader, the E6. That was a cool job. Friends, you hear all this ruckus in there? My goodness. So friends, I have the old board. Let me just tell you what I did with this thing. I did a lot of research on YouTube, and I found out that you have to do the grounding modification. And I did that, friends. I went through this whole thing and I grounded it. Down to the bottom, everyone. You gotta hold on here. Down under the board, you had to lift it up, and you have to get in here and you ground it, friends. Because back in the '80s, a lot of the circuitry wasn't that good. It wasn't reliable. So, friends, what it will do, I'll just show you. Let's just turn it on, because I need to see the before and after. And I pray, Jesus, please, if it's in your plan, Lord, let this thing work. So, friends, this is what I'm getting right now. Come here. I got the old board in. But friends, the man at the pinball place, he sent me the wrong parts, friends, the wrong ROM. So look, everybody, this is what I'm getting. It's like it wants to play, but it's not being told what to do. There we go. Now we can all see it, friends. Ain't that cool? Friends, I told you, I do the cemeteries, I do the ministry, and friends, my pleasure is the pinballs. I told you. My father he had one when we were children. So this is about as good as it gets. And sometimes you'll get a flipper to work. So I did a lot of research. Somebody said it could be a grounding issue. Maybe it's not properly grounded, because this is 5 volts that run through here. 5 volts, and this is very intricate. Very intricate. This is not AI. This is all analog stuff. But the man at the pinball place on the internet, he sent me the wrong. It's called the PROM, friends. It's like ROM, ROM. Gosh, what does it stand for? It's the memory. It's the memory. This is actually the game. This is the game on the little chip here. This is 1970s, 1980s technology here. But he sent me the new ones for the sound card. And friends, I'm just going to keep them in there and see if it works. But I think the board here was bad. And I heard these boards go bad pretty quickly. So friends, I had to spend $360 that I didn't have, and I bought a brand new board. and I threw the old ROM, the prom, friends, it's right here. I threw it in here, and believe it or not, everyone, it almost fired up. All this lit up. It went through a bunch of test modes, and I thought we were going to be good to go. I thought maybe it was something to do with the soundboard. But then I came out here the next day, and I got nothing, friends, nothing. So one man told me that when you get a new board, this is the Schwimmer board. It's made by a company named Schwimmer. Schwimmer Electronics. Somebody told me that you got to buy the updated prom to go with the new board. That makes sense. But the man that I bought these from said, oh, well, I was told you can use the old stuff. And friends, I threw the old ones in here, and it almost worked, but the next day, nothing. So friends, here's what we're going to do very quickly. This is a 1979 board. It's called the MPU, the main processor unit, I guess it is. And we got the new one right here, the updated one. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn the machine off, okay? We're going to take out the old board, and we're going to put in the new board. Now, the man told me, oh, I got to take the shades off. I might have to go get my cheaters. He said there's a right and wrong way to put these on, and it don't really tell us. Oh, these things always come a little bent. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just throw these in here. Oh no, where's my cheaters at? Prom 1 goes here, I believe, friends. We're going to find out. And prom 2. Now these are pretty simple. You just drop in and you just crank them down here, or I'm sorry, friends, you unloosen them. You unloosen them and then you drop them in. But it doesn't really tell us which way it goes. I mean, I'm imagining it wouldn't damage it if it's the wrong way. But I remember these being upside. When I read it, it was upside down. So we're going to do it the same way. So we're gonna go down. All right. Friends, I have no idea what all these little numbers do here. You can go either on or off, on or off. It's like switches or something. But I left it the way it is because I just don't know, friends. I mean, I told you, I'm not a smart man for the last time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to unplug the machine because we don't want to get electrocuted. Friends, I'm convinced this is still not going to work. And I've already made the decision that, I put $1,000 in buying it. I paid $360 on eBay for the board. And I owe the man for all the new ROMs. They were 30 bucks each. So friends, I got about $1,500 invested in this thing. And if I don't get it working today, this thing's going on the Facebook Marketplace, friends. My pleasure. My loss could be your gain, friends. Friends, it could be something simple. All the fuses work. All the fuses are good. It's getting power. It's just, for some reason, the game ain't kicking on. So this is my last ditch effort, and I'm gonna do it on the live. That way we can all learn. So friends, I told you I did the grounding mod. So you have to ground, these circuitries in these boards were known and prone for failure when it comes to the ground. And friends, if you don't have a good ground, nothing's gonna work. So a lot of YouTube videos taught me that you weld it here, solder, and then you tie it all together. And then you tie it into one of the ground wires, which is the yellow one. So we're going to undo this. This is the daughter board, friends. The new board was all updated because these boards were, again, designed like in the 60s and in the 70s. And this is like 35, 40 years of upgrades. So they got rid of a lot of the problems and they made a better board that works. It's supposed to be a plug and play. You just plug in the and you're supposed to just go to town and play it. And this is the reset board right here. And as you can see, everybody, it's missing the whole part because they don't need it anymore. The reset was, they just integrated it into the new board. All right, friends, I don't know what to think here. I've already made my mind up. If it don't work, we're just gonna put it on the Facebook. Because friends, one of y'all out there will know how to fix this. And if you can pick it up for, friends, I need $1,800 out of it to cover my losses. Please, please. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a terminal block. I don't know what that is. Hold on, I'm just reading the comments, but it's hard at home. Again, friends, this is a hobby. My father had a couple of these growing up, and they were a lot of fun. My house over at the Messers, where I grew up here in Brandon, it was like the place to be. But my parents were not perverted. We didn't have the alcohol for all the children. It was a fun place. We had band practice all the time. All right, everyone. So I got the prom in, and I got it installed what looks to be like upside down. So if it don't work the first time, we'll turn it off. We'll swap it around. And friends, if that don't work, it's going for sale because I'm getting really busy now with the cemetery work, and it's very rewarding. And I found another pinball machine that I'm very interested in. It's on Facebook right now. It's called the Big Guns. It's another Williams. And it's a very, very, very cool one. And one thing about the Big Guns, and friends, don't you dare go buy it. The guy said he'd give it to me for $2,000. I just don't have $2,000 right now. But if I could sell this on Facebook Marketplace for $1,800, and one of y'all could get it working, I already got new parts for you. Then that's just a little scratch out of the disability fund. But friends, I think everything else works. I don't know, friends. I just don't know these things. They're very finicky. So hang on here. Friends, I might have to go. Miss Tucker has like a whole gaggle of boxes over there. Hold on. What in the world is she doing? Hold on, friends. My neighbor's like moving a chair. She's like in her 90s, friends. I don't think she sees me yet, friends. All right, look, friends. So we're gonna install. This is the what the hell is this one called? Anyways, friends, this is it's the board. It goes from one to the other. And again, friends, it was all notorious for not. Oh, hold on a second now. This lady can't be serious. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hey, Miss Tucker, you're not doing that by yourself, are you? Friends, you don't dare mess with Miss Tucker, that lady. Friends, that lady almost came out there and did the protest with me. She just needed a little. She's just got over the flu. She's friends. The lady's like 90. She's 86. She's a firecracker, everyone. Friends, Miss Tucker's one of my spiritual mentors. Hold on, let me go check on these soldiers. Hey, what are y'all doing in here? All right, okay, everything's good. All right, friends, like I was saying, I'm sorry, friends. Miss Tucker's priority over this stinking pinball machine. All right, Miss Tucker, we'll see you. We love you.
Hey, I've got candy for the kids.
Oh, no, we don't need candy.
Sure.
Oh, trust me. I got a whole Easter thing of candy over here. That's the last thing I need, candy for these children. Good grief. Okay, friends, where were we? So, friends, we took the old board out. I got the new board. I got the prom in it, and it's upside down from where we read it, and we're going to install this, and friends, if it fires up, I'm going to play some pinball, and y'all are going to watch it on the live stream. And if it don't, we're going to power it down, we're going to flip these and try it again. And friends, if that don't work, it's going on Facebook, friends. I just can't mess around with this anymore. Because I don't want to get frustrated with something that I really don't have sentimental value with. Friends, the Williams, the one in the office, is literally the same one that my father had when we were children. So it has a lot of sentimental value. And it works, everybody. It's a lot of fun. All right. Sometimes one of the illumination wires that heats up. And you just turn it off and you unplug something and then it seems to work. I don't know. It's weird. All right, everybody. Let's just double check. Just double check everything. All right. Get the ground. Double check. Friends, when I bought this thing, it had the old one and it was missing the ground on it. I mean, I've done a lot of upgrades on this, but I still just can't get it to fire up. But we shall see, everybody. So, friends, if that was the problem, this display will light up and this thing will go immediately into what's called the attract mode. I'm nervous, friends, but I'm not. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll see. And it didn't work. Told you, power down. We're going to flip the ROM here. Because the guy said there is a right and a wrong way to put it in. I'm sure it's something very simple. This is brand new. These are brand new. Those are brand new. And it did fire up for a split second. I just can't figure it out. Wait a minute. This board is not getting power now. This board is not getting power, friends. It's not. It has lights on it, and they're not lighting up. I wonder if a fuse blew. Why is it not getting power now? Because this board has lights on it, and they're not even lighting up. Interesting. I'm not getting nothing. The board's not even lighting up now. Good grief. All right, well, let's check the fuses underneath it. I know this board's not getting power because it has lights on it, and they're not even lighting up now. Let me just dummy check one more time. This is all plugged in. The power comes from here. Hold on. But they're not even like, it's not even like that now. Nothing. All right, let's. Before I put it on the marketplace, we're gonna check one. We're gonna check a few things. Now that's weird because I know it lights up because I've seen it light up. I'll tell you, friends, if it ain't one thing, it's something else. All right, let's. But if it's blowing a fuse, I have no idea why I'd be doing that. All right, now here's the dangerous part. You gotta take the glass out. There's a switch underneath here. You gotta take the bar off here, undo the switch, the bar comes off, and then you very, very carefully. Hang on, y'all get right there. All right, the glass. Friends, my neighbor, Miss Tucker, her baby brother, I mean, the man's in his 60s. He's having quadruple bypass sometime this week or next week. She's very upset, and we need to have some prayers for her. Friends, there's no power at all going to that main board, so that tells me there's a fuse blown. I certainly hope it's something simple like that. So look, everybody, it's pretty simple. Are y'all still on there? Are we still live? So friends, when you undo this, take the bar off here, remove the glass very carefully. You grab it right here, and it goes straight up. Straight up. Wait a second. Make sure the bar's unlocked, and then it goes straight up. You kind of slide it out, and then you go up. Oh, excuse me. And then you kind of just lean it. You want to have enough where it's not going to fall on you. Friends, is this not madness or is this not madness? I mean, think about how this was designed. Okay, I got fuses up there. So I might have to go get my cheaters. I'll be right back. All right, are y'all behaving? Oh, stinking dog. Hold on, everybody. I gotta go get my cheaters. All right, so these all look pretty good, and those are not what drives the main board. It's down here. Come in here and look, everyone. Let me just show you the inside. So here's the board. Pretty cool, huh? I mean, this stuff is intricate, isn't it, everybody? So down here, this is your main transformer. And I got the fuses back there. And I did have one blow the other day, but it blew the whole shebang. Friends, I did the grounding modification where you basically take all the ground. These are the grounds, these two here. They used to go in these, I don't know, I think we got rid of them all. They used to go in these little pins over here, and they didn't hold a good ground. But that's what the inside of a pinball machine looks like. It's a little dirty. I need to clean it. So I'm going to unplug the machine, friends. I do not want to get electrocuted. I got some cemeteries I need to clean up tomorrow. But friends, look how intricate this thing is. Pretty neat, huh? So my last resort, friends, the absolute last resort. Unless somehow that main board got fried. I don't know how that would have happened, but let's just take a peek down here. All right, are we unplugged? We're unplugged. So I'm going to go with the main fuse right here, which I'm certain is good. I don't smell. Sometimes with these old machines, you can smell the burn. Now, friends, this might be something very simple, like this capacitor, whatever this thing is. I heard these things go bad, and I should have replaced it. I guarantee you, if I replaced it, this whole thing would work. These things are very finicky. They say it needs good clean 5 volts. But a lot of these lights, friends, these connections I need to clean them. I didn't get that far because I couldn't get it to work. I mean, it wouldn't even kick on in the attract mode. But a lot of it's pretty clean, but some of it needs to be cleaned up at some point. Maybe that's a job for you when you buy it from me, because I told you, I'm going to be parting ways with this if I can't get it running now, here today. Friends, all the fuses look... They all look good, but this one, let me take a peek at that one. Hold on, friends. I might have a blown fuse down there. Oh my goodness, could it be? But again, if it's blowing fuses, why? Maybe the ROM was backwards. Let's just take a look here. Friends, even though it doesn't look blown, we should check it because it could be blown inside there. Let me get my meter. Okay, let me try to remember which one it was for the... Friends, I don't know. Maybe the board was bad. That was $300. No, this fuse is good. Dadgummit. You know, it just can't just be something simple. One more fuse here. Let's check this one. Let's see, friends. Let's see if this gets... And that one's good. Well, you know, you win some and you lose some. And some you just put on Facebook Marketplace and let somebody else be their problem. But if you buy this, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you that it works like the folks I bought it from. And friends, I'm really disappointed in these people. I drove from Tampa, Florida, all the way to the other side of the coast, and they said it works. We just want to get rid of it. And I'm like, well, why is it so? Why you only want $1,500 for it? But now it makes sense, friends, because it don't work. But it could work very, very easily. I'm certain of it. I can't see anything else obvious. You know, the problem's not going to be down here because this thing it's getting power. It had power. The general just rolled up, friends. Hey, I'm on live stream over here. I got the new parts, but it still don't work, so we're gonna have to just sell it on the Facebook. And then I can go buy that dirt bike I saw. No. If we sell it, we're gonna invest it in that other one I saw. Friends, that Big Guns. Oh my goodness. They wanted like $2,000 for it. Oh, I'll be done here in a moment because I'm not gonna waste a lot of time on this if it ain't working. It's not even getting power in the main board now. Look how cool this is. Look at all the art. What I really liked about this was the art. And the whole point of this game is you're hitting all the balls and you're building a robot. And then when you hit everything, the robot literally comes alive and it's the Genesis, you know? Frustrating. I don't know what to do anybody. I mean, who works on these? So I'm concerned now because there's not power going to there's no power going to the board now. It's not lighting up like it was. I don't know what to do. I mean, I've replaced this, and now the board's not even lightening up. Oh. Let me just, oh shucks, let me get the multimeter. All right, yeah. Let me see if there's any power at all going to it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You hear all the soldiers in there, all the children. Mommy, 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 mommy. I mean, give me a break. Okay, we're plugged in. I'm gonna power it up. This thing's not even getting power. I don't know why. Did the power supply go out between last week and this week? Wait, hold on. Now I'm doing this wrong. Ground. Here we are. There's no power going to this. Let me just try one more thing before we end the live stream and I go in there and cry. I don't see something here. This thing is not getting power for some reason. So I'm gonna put the old one back in it and see if it does anything. Because it just did a minute ago. And then I'm gonna do something real crazy. I'm gonna put the new prom in the old board. Maybe that works. I don't know. These things are all like trial and error. I just want to see if this thing's getting power and why the other one's not. It was just getting power the other day. All right. Let's pump everything back up. Okay, so now we're all hooked back up the way it was. Let's see what happens here. So you can change the voltage by this little device up here. You kind of move it one way to the other. See, 66. 5-3. I heard you want 5, so let's just keep moving to get 5. 4-6, so All right, we're gonna put the new ROM in the old board. What could it hurt? Right? I can't believe this thing ain't even firing up now. I don't know how the board could have gone bad. I just don't know, friends. I mean, these things are just so damn finicky. And I just don't have the time or patience to play around with them all the time like this. I will just do a little trial and error. This is like the last thing. And then we're going to... Whoa, 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 whoa. Good grief. You hear all these kids in there, everybody? Look at this ruckus I got to live with. All right. Just take this one out. We'll throw the new P-ROM in the old board. Because this thing's doing something. Okay. Friends, my neighbor, he's like 10, 15 years younger than me, and he like is really, I think he's in the running for the best yard in the neighborhood, friends. I mean, he spends a lot of time in his yard. Friends, my yard's brown, but it's green where it's close to his property and my other neighbors. They water their yard, and we don't, friends. But he spends a lot of time out there. Kind of wasteful, if you ask me. Okay, I just want to try this and just see. Okay, this is a little different. Be very careful. So, it's like little spider legs. Now, I mean, this is old school stuff, friends. But what I understand is they take these and they can actually burn. They got a way to burn the program on the new chips. So these chips might have gone bad, friends. This may work. Friends, this board might not be bad. Maybe the new board's bad. I don't know. I told you, this stuff is very trial and error. So again, we're going to install it with the words upside down because I just remember it, seeing it that way. Okay, hold on here. You don't want to bend these things. Break them, then they won't work. They're already been bent. This is like old school. All right. Wouldn't that be incredible if it fires up with the new prom on the old board? I mean, crazier things have happened. Okay. Just pushes right in. Friends, I'm so nervous right now. But this board is getting power, is what I'm explaining to you. The fact that all the lights work, because the power goes into this board and then it jumps over to this board. I can't explain why the new board wasn't even firing up. That's concerning, because I spent $360 on the damn thing. But we'll see, friends. This is a hobby. This is not my livelihood, so... So here's what we did. We took out the new board. We put the old board back in, the original board. We took the old P-ROM out. We put the new P-ROM in, because these things do go bad, from what I understand. So if the board can't read the RAM, the ROM, then it's not going to be able to turn on. Got the grounding, got this, the reset switch. The ROM's in, pretty squared away. So we'll try it this way, and then if it don't work, we'll turn it around the other way. And then if it don't work, I'm gonna go inside and play some Call of Duty, friends. I hadn't played Call of Duty in like a week. It's making a buzzing noise now, but this should be lighting up. think they're. I hope that's popcorn. I hope something ain't burning. Frustrating, huh? This should light up, and it did the other day. That's what it don't make no sense. It's probably something very simple. See, this board's getting power. The other board wasn't getting power for some weird reason. All right, this is the last ditch effort. We're gonna flop these around very, very, very carefully. Hey friends, one of y'all bought my neighbor's home, so one of y'all lucky dogs is gonna be my neighbor. But I still gotta do my background check on you before you can move in. I'm sorry, friends. It's just the way it's just the way it is. If you're perverted or you're part of that LGBT, I can't have you moving next door to where my children live, friends. I'm sorry. That's a no-go. I need some space and distance. Okay. Oh yeah. All right, everybody, I have done about everything that I could do with my limited technical capabilities of working on this type of stuff. Just turn it on. What a shame, friends. What a shame. What a stinking shame. See, it'll do this stuff, but it just won't kick into the game. And this won't light up. So look, friends, make me an offer. I'll sell it to you, but I need at least $1,800, friends. That's kind of the firm price. You know, I'm certain one of y'all could get it going. Yeah, if the guy that sold me the part could see this, I'm going to send him this video. I'm going to say, hey, buddy, I demand a refund. All right, look, friends, it's been fun. It's been groovy. You know, we're just kind of goofing off. It's sad, friends. I really wanted this to work, but it's okay, friends. You know, so it's life. So I'm gonna put it on the marketplace. Look, friends, it's good to go. I mean, if you know how to work on these, we know it has power. We know it lights up. It's something going on up in here, and I'm certain it's something very, very simple. All right, look, friends, I gotta scram. Children are home. Mama's home. And the mother-in-law just left, friends, which is, I don't know, friends. We're learning the forgiveness. All right, friends, y'all stay groovy, and I'll see you tomorrow. We got cemetery maintenance. Grizzle 6 out.